Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Jay Cartere, and in this video I am going to be sharing my tips for playing fighters when your opponent has a reach advantage or when you have a reach disadvantage. Shout out to Snake Charmer 31 for sending this tip in. This question in. He says, do you have tips for using fighters that have the reach disadvantage? And that's what I'm going to get into now. So first of all, this match in the background is a match that I just played of me as Tyron Woodley versus Nick Diaz. Now Nick Diaz has a very long reach, and because I generally try to play fighters who have long reaches, I don't really have an extensive knowledge of fighters with low reach. So I picked Tyron Woodley. I looked through the class. I'm not even 100% sure which class this is, but I found Tyron Woodley and he seemed like he was going to have a low enough reach for me to be able to, learn some things. I did play a match with Mike Tyson earlier, and it didn't go as well because Tyson does not have the leg kicks, and that is something that you need to take into consideration when you're playing these guys. Generally, it's good to have someone with good clinch stats, good leg kicks, or good ground stats, and we'll get into the tips basically. So tip number one is use leg kicks. They will get you points and slow your opponent down. You do not want to allow your opponent to dance around you and rain down jabs. As you can see, this guy just comes out with hooks straight away, and then he tries to jab me to my stomach until I get a liver failure or whatever. I don't know what it's called in the game, but you know what I'm talking about. He wanted to hurt my body. He was expecting me to just block my head. You gotta keep on blocking everywhere. You gotta make sure you're always protecting yourself. Don't always have block up. You still want to be able to move and have great movement, like the tips that I've discussed in my other videos. You still want to use the same stand-up tips and the stand-up defense tips that I've taught to you guys before. But there are some things that you want to take note of. You do need to add more leg kicks into this because you can't really go with the jab because your opponent will have a longer jab, and if you're both doing the same thing, he's going to come out on top. He's going to come out with the body kicks. The only thing you can really do is get in there real quick, get some leg kicks, and then when you get in real close, you can start hitting him with the jab and stuff like that. See, I just kick him on the ground there. But tip number two is dash in and out. Now to dash, you want to flick the left analog stick towards your opponent or away from your opponent to dash out. And basically, you see me dashing in and out in this clip. I walk out. I do have a tendency to walk out. If you want to get into the pocket, you do not want to walk into the pocket because you will get hit on your way there. As you can see, every time I want to go for like a jab or something to actually get in there and do some damage, I'm dashing in. But when I'm doing like a leg kick, I sometimes just stay on the outside and walk in a little bit. But generally, you would want to go for the dashing leg kicks also, but that sometimes uses a bit too much stamina. So if you're going to try to get into the pocket, make sure you dash in there. You don't want to walk in there. I swear that just looked like I walked in there. That was a bad decision, but I seemed like I was being impatient here. Don't do that. You want to get in and get out. Now, the third tip is to try to maintain stamina advantage. So you do not want to have lower stamina than your opponent because it's generally just not good. So you want to maintain stamina advantage, and you want to go for the body, make your opponent miss, stay away and annoy him so that he comes rushing in. And when he comes rushing in and does stuff like spinning back kicks and that sort of shit and starts to get his stamina down and tries to get rid of you, that's your opportunity to strike. You don't want to try and fight him too much because you're not really going to win on the stand-up against someone that has a reach advantage unless you're counter punching. In my opinion, you might be able to find a better way to do it, but these are my tips anyways. If you guys got any other tips, leave them in the comment section below because I do want more tips to fight in tips on fighting with a fighter with a reach disadvantage because it will be really helpful. As you can see, he knocks me down at the end of the first round. That was a terrible sight to behold, but I did win the first round, so everything is fine, everything is going cool. I've won, I'm up on the points card, and really that's what you want to be thinking about. You don't want to be thinking about getting the KO, you want to be thinking about winning by points. So do the leg kicks, stay out, make him miss, that sort of stuff. All of that will help you win. as you can see, they're just showing him like punch me up, but I did win the first round because you saw me there. And tip number 4 is use the clinch. This will keep your opponent from dancing around you and packing you up with punches. Basically, check out my advanced clinch tip videos and get good in the clinch ASAP, because the clinch is needed online. Because if someone gets you in the clinch and they're good at clinching and you're not so good at clinching, you're going to get taken out. And if you're good at clinching and your opponent isn't good at clinching, you're going to take them out. But if you're both good at clinching, you both have like it's an equal playing field. So you do not want to be the guy that doesn't know what he's doing in a clinch, because you will get hurt and you will be very annoyed online playing this game, especially if you got a reach disadvantage, because it's kind of hard to just stand up with a guy when you got a reach disadvantage. That's what I was doing with Tyron Woodley, because I don't know what his clinch stats are. I didn't really check out his stats beforehand, but his stand-up stats were pretty good, and I couldn't find anyone else with low reach that had clinch stats. But usually what I'd be doing is trying to push for the clinch at all times, and maybe going for the Muay Thai clinch if my fighter has that, because that is just the greatest thing in the game, in my opinion. Oh my days, it's so devastating when you get someone into the Muay Thai clinch and then they panic and then you just take them out. But yeah, use the clinch. Definitely do that. And tip number 5 is get down to the ground. If you're good on the ground, this will neutralize your opponent's reach advantage, because obviously his reach doesn't matter on the ground because you're right up against each other. You can't run away or anything. And if you know how to block transitions and you're good at transitioning to an advantageous position, it can work out really well for you to take your opponent to the ground and get rid of him. But if you're not too good on the ground, you will want to go and check out one of my ground tips videos, or my advanced ground tips videos, or maybe all of them probably, to get the full knowledge, and that will help you like get your ground game sculpted and whatnot and get much better at dealing damage on the ground. So yeah, those were my tips for fighting with a reach disadvantage basically, and I'm gonna let the rest of the video go on. I'm not 100% sure how long is left in this match, but I feel like, you know what, you guys might as well see the result. Oh, did I take him out here? Yes, this is, I think I'll take him out. Do I? Let's see if it's out. Let's see if it's out. Let's not spoil it. Hashtag no spoilers. Let's see. Oh, and it's over. Perfect timing. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, because I'll be putting out loads more EA Sports UFC 2 tip videos. And if you want to suggest a tip or get a video on something that you're really concerned about, or some sort of tip that you need help with, please leave that in the comment section below. And if you've got any tips, also leave those in the comment section below, because those really help out, and those might give me an idea to make a video also, so I can help everyone else out who hasn't seen your comment. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long, so all this warmth I share with